Hello. Hi everyone. I hope all this is working okay. I hope you can see and hear me, and we'll be playing The Anarchy very shortly. This is going to be on Kickstarter on Tuesday, along with Scarborough, a new game from Shem Phillips has designed that one, both from Garfield Games, and there's a link in the description to go to the campaign page. You can set it to remind you when it's ready, or if you're watching this a few days from now, it's on now. You can pledge and make them happen and stuff like that. This is a success, well, not successor, it still exists, a follow up, definitely, to Hadrian's Wall. And if you are familiar with Hadrian's Wall, you may be familiar with elements of the sheets that you can see here. But as you probably noticed already, there are extra bits, there is more going on. And we'll get to it very, very shortly. Hi, everyone that's here. Hey, James. Hey, Sean. Hey, Bobby Hill. Bobby Hill, the designer of the Anarchy, is here, everybody. If you've got any questions about the game, pop them in the chat. Can you see and hear me? Brilliant. Right, so let's get to it then. Oh, and for teasers for future things, the solo campaign that we did for Hadrian's Wall, there is a solo campaign included in the prototype even of the Anarchy, a 20-chapter solo campaign with story as well as special setup things and what you need to do to win, what you can do to earn a bonus for the next game. It is in the box. And yeah, if it's as much as I would like this to be like a 48-hour stream where we just play through that, I am going to be playing through a standard game here. So I'll set the scene first. If my buttons all work, let's see, what are we doing first before I tell you about the different types of things. So at the end of 1135, Henry I, King of England, died unexpectedly, leaving no male heir to reign in his stead. Henry's daughter, Empress Matilda, believed she should rule by succession. However, the late king's favourite nephew, Stephen de Blois, was quicker to the throne. With the help of his brother, the Bishop of Winchester was crowned king. Those loyal to the Empress were enraged by Stephen's coronation and would not accept him as their new ruler. Over the next 18 years, England saw a breakdown in law and order as civil war spread throughout the country. This conflict came to be known as the Anarchy. In the Anarchy, players take on the role of English nobles, that's us, loyal to King Stephen. Over 5 rounds, players must build their domain, defend their castle from attacks by the approaching Angevin armies. Angevin? Here's our little domain for now. It's not got a lot going on, but we are going to beef up those defences over the course of the game. And storm strongholds loyal to Matilda with their own crafted siege weapons. The player who can accumulate the most bravery, loyalty, influence and might whilst avoiding discontent will prove to King Stephen they are his most loyal ally, granting them his largest earldom. So, there are different ways you can set up the game in different scenarios. So you can play the classic mode, which is what I'm going to be doing today. So on the main board, if my button works, it does. On the main board, these are all enemy castles that round by round, we can go and attack. We don't have to do this, but it's an option you can do round by round to earn yourself bravery, which is one of the points tracks of the game, as well as rewards. The cards will also tell you the strength of certain enemy attacks coming in. We'll see that as we start the round. So that's the standard mode. There is a siege mode that... I should have got a siege card out ready, shouldn't I? Instead of the option of going and attacking enemy castles, it's got an alternative card. Here we go, siege mode. So instead... you have to pay bread. There are marching army cards instead, and you have to pay bread to them, and you will gain bravery for how many cards that you've repelled, and it's still at the bottom got the attack values in there. You'll use different cards in the setup for the difficulty of game that you want. So you remember in Hadrian's Wall it was to do with the number of cards that we drew. Here the specific strengths of the attacks will be different on the difficulties. I am going complete classic mode standard here. But yeah, there are different changes you can make, and that's one of the things that the solo campaign does. It gives you specific setups of cards to have out, as well as maybe some extras. So it's set up for a standard classic game for now. And at the start of the round, you can see my player aid here, deal required attack cards and draft new path cards. Well, the attack cards are here. We draw the topmost attack card. In round 1, we're just going to have one attack card, and then they have like a big kind of final attack. That always goes in this spot. But you see, under these little windows here, it tells you, an eye opener and eye closed, it tells you whether you get to see that card face up or not. So for these first two, we do get to see face up exactly what attacks are coming in. But as rounds go on, so in round 2, we're going to have 2 attack cards. This one's going to be face down. We can see from the back of a card here, it tells you the type of attack that you can see coming. You don't quite know what the strength's going to be or where it might hit you. Like this one, if it'd be face down, we'd know an attack would be coming and we can repel them with certain workers, with the hot oil, which is one of the tactics that we can research, or by fortifying our gate. As it is though, it's early days and we get to see both of these cards. So it's still got all of that information on it. It's that type of attack, hot oil can repel it, or your gate, but you get to see, well, attacking your gate's always going to come from the front, but it tells us D. And if we go and look on the card for this round, D tells us that a strength 2 attack is coming through the front there. So we are going to have to, through a combination of those 3 things, come up with 2 defense. Otherwise, there's going to be trouble. We won't get rewards. We will get discontent. It's not going to be great. And we want to stop them storming our castle. Also, they've got ladders up. If we can build walls as well as place workers here or hurl rocks at them in these 2 directions, then we can defend. A is also a strength 2 attack. So we know what's coming. We can be thinking about that as actions that we do. Then draft new path cards. There is a deck of path cards here. This works a bit differently in the multiplayer game. So everyone's got their tents here. And by going and attacking these enemy castles, it will determine the order in which people get to pick these path cards. In the solo game, for the classic mode, we have just a non-player tent on there. And if you are as far along as the enemy tent, you get to draw 2 cards and pick one. If the enemy tent is further ahead than you, you just draw 1 and take it. So if we have a look at the path cards, it might seem a bit familiar as well. So they have got a scoring opportunity for us. If we can satisfy the condition on it, we will get more and more points at the end of the game, up to a maximum of 3 per card. The path card you choose also determines a load of workers and resources that you are going to gain this round, as well as your own production. So it's different to Hadrian's Wall, that like it was you took one for scoring and then your other one determined your thing. It's the one that you take gives you the stuff. So Advocate would mean our final discontent needs to be as low as possible. Or Recruiter, completed guildsmen, mercenaries, and allies. So we have got one of the tracks on one of our sheets here. We can get guildsmen, mercenaries, and allies. You do this by spending money. Maybe we'd want to get a lot of that in. And then try and earn some more money so we can keep getting people from there. That might be quite nice. I like that as a starting idea. And we would get some money to start doing it. I think I'm going to go Recruiter. At the moment, there's nothing particularly like drawing me to one or another. I can see the attacks and the things I might want to repel those attacks. We'll see how I get by. So I need to get some workers and resources here. So we get 3 serfs, you know, the workers, the agriculture and everything. We get 3 craftsmen, they're the black. And we get 3 patrons. We get 2 wood and 2 silver. Then we get production. So this is on our sheets. This is what you start the game with, and through filling things in our sheets, we're going to increase the production of each section. So serfs, we get 1 extra. No craftsmen. Materials, we get 1 more wood. Patrons, none yet. Silver, we get 1 more. Food, we get 1. Soldiers, we get 2. And knights, none. So then we have the actions, which is basically fill in bits on your sheet or go and attack a castle. And you do as much of this as you like. So this can get tucked in now because only the scoring bit matters now that we are going. So I've got to think about these attacks coming in. They're for two completely different things, but in the future, in future rounds, we shuffle the decks every single time. So there could be a possibility that we fortify these walls and then we keep getting attacked from there. So it will pay off in that sense. And there are path cards that will reward you for having your walls built or your towers built or your moat upgraded a load. So there's basically a huge sheet full of opportunities here. I'm not going to go through bit by bit of what each section does, but I think throughout the game we will see most of the sections, maybe not every single bit, but most of them, I think. So I'm concerned about those attacks coming in, but I would also like, we've got a couple of serfs. I'm tempted to get a small mint going here, start earning us some money. So first of all, this is a building. To build it, we need to spend a craftsman and a wood. But we need to be at governance level 2. See, all these little buildings and strips on this sheet are sectioned off into these 4 bits. So how do we level up governance? You need to either get rewards with this bag symbol, or you need to spend patrons. So that's something that we could do here. We could spend 2 of our 3 patrons to get to level 2. Then we could build the small mint. The first serf we spend would just fill in that box and get us nothing. The second would complete this building and give us all of the rewards. So I think as something to do. Now I've explained it all, let's just do it rather than explaining all of the bits. I'm concerned for the defense. Yeah, we'll see where we go from there. So I'm going to spend 2 patrons. So the first one fills in box number 1, and that had a silver on it. I get a silver for that. Second one has nothing on it. I get nothing from that. But I have now unlocked, I could build a small keep. I could build a small mint. I think I'm going to spend the craftsman and the wood. And let's build that small mint. No immediate bonus for that. Then I'll spend 2 serfs. Nothing. And then get all of these rewards. So that first one we saw in production. That is in the silver section. Oh, wrong button. That is in the silver section. So we can now fill in that dot. And in the future, we are going to produce 2 silver every round. Always lovely to bump up any production early on. Then we get a silver right now. So I've got quite a little nest egg for round 1, I think. And finally, we get this ring here is influence. This is one of the scoring tracks at the end of the game. So filling these in will occasionally get you rewards. First of all, it's workers, and then as you get far enough on any of the tracks, they give you points in another one of the tracks. Not only do you get those rewards, though, every step up these tracks is a point at the end of the game. And there is actually, well, there's a goal in the solo campaign, but in the solo mode, if we can score over 59 points, we can be considered a knight. 100 or more, a Lord High Steward. I don't know if we'll manage that, but come on, we need to at least be a knight. That's all the rewards from that small mint, so I can cross all of that off. And we've got a lot of money over here. So money, as I said when we were picking the path card, is all about this section here. So we start in the middle, and by spending a silver, you can pick any of these 4 options. And then in the future, you can either pick another option in the middle, or you can branch off from it. So you'll cross it out when you choose it, so you can't choose the same one again. But by branching out, you can get access to bigger and bigger rewards. As well as all of these, which you can see are like getting certain types of workers or producing that type of worker up there. That'll produce patrons, that'll produce knights. These 2 would get you loyalty, which is one of the scoring tracks. Siegecraft's a little bit different. The first one gets you a serf, but after that, and there's one later on that gets you a serf, but the other ones are to do with technologies that you unlock. And these are for unlocking parts of your board. So there is a small crane and a large crane. That's these lines here. These tracks that you can fill in to bolster your defenses, You can only go so far until you've built a crane, and there are plenty of buildings on your right sheet that you can only build once you have got a small or a large crane. And also for the small, medium, large buildings, you need to have built and filled in the small before you can do the medium and so on for the large. So yeah, there's the cranes, but also there is siegecraft stuff which we need to have to be able to go and fight the enemy castle. So for this first one, we would need to have ladders researched, which costs a coin, and built, which costs a craftsman and a wood. And we need bread to go over there. We would need 4 strength. Strength comes from knights are worth 2, soldiers are worth 1. If we can spend all of that stuff, we will attack the enemy castle and we'll get rewarded with 2 bravery. And in this case, 2 coins and a wood. These are tiles that could be different every game. Oh, and what I should have done in the solo game, I had caught up with him, so I drew 2 path cards and kept 1. Now he advances every round. So if I don't attack a castle this turn, I am not going to get the choice of a path card next round. And something will happen at the end of the round, but I'll just explain it to you. This is going to flip over at the end of the round. So in the future, attacking this one is going to cost me 1 extra because I'm all the way back here. And every face down one that's in between you and the face up castle is a discontent. So the people want you to be, or like the king's discontent with you. The people, somebody wants you to be attacking these castles. So you don't have to do it, but people are going to get annoyed if you don't, and you're going to want to generate some joy to offset that discontent. So we've got a lot of money to spend. It would cost me 2 to research ladders and the craftsman and that. I've spent a lot of stuff, haven't I, doing that small mint. I just got excited explaining something. I really love the entertainment section. I kind of want to just do that to explain all of these bits to you. But something I need to think about as well, I want to go attack that castle. It's going to need a bread. In the castle defense phase, which is as soon as we've finished our actions, you need to pay food equal to the round number, and you get discontent if you don't spend that. So my 1 bread right now, I'm kind of looking at it and thinking, oh, I don't want to spend that, I'm going to need it. But there are rewards to be had, aren't there, for going out and attacking that castle. We've got a lot of money. Well, let's see. Yeah, let's show you a bit of entertainment. So, the first patron will unlock my entertainment track. First one gets me a wood. Not too shabby. And I have 3 sections that I can use in my entertainment section. And first up, even though this is going to cost me bread, that I said you need to be sensible and keep hold of, we're going to hold a tournament. So the first one, you need to be at level 1 in entertainment. Spend a bread. I'm going to do that. So I now have none. And so we are having a jousting tournament. No matter what, you get a knight for this. So that's 2 strength to go and attack that castle. So between him and the 2 soldiers, I've now got 4 strength, if that's what I want to go and do. But I could save these and leave them back here to be defending my castle as well. Usually the first thing I'm doing is building defences. I've just gone for the mint somehow this game. But yeah, there's no like one way to go about it. So then this 2 purple scroll thing here, you'll see this about in various sections of the board. Everyone has got their own private deck, and this is going to determine the results of any actions that use the cards. Remember in Hadrian's Wall, it was all like on the path card, wasn't it? So now everyone's got their own deck of, I think, 24 cards. And so generally, you'll be drawing 2 of these, and that changes a bit in the Knights training, if you do loads of that. But we're going to have a joust. So I've got those rewards anyway. I can cross that off. But if I can win the jousting tournament, I'll get some extra rewards that I'm hoping for. So if I show you these cards, the sections refer to all of these different little bits. They actually go in this like snaking little order, if I remember correctly. And down here to the flags. So you might be able to tell which one's the jousting over here. So this is me, the first card that I drew. This is where I am thrusting and defending. And then the second card we draw is my opponent. So we both attacked each other on the left. Neither of us defended it. So that's a draw. If there's a draw, you do another set of cards up to 3 times. So 2 redraws if there's a draw. If you end up with 3 draws, you win. Ideally, we want to win. Second time, I went for the right, and perfect. I went for the right, he went for the middle, but my shield was in the middle, so my attack gets through, his does not get through. I win the jousting tournament. Hooray for me. And so that means I earn an extra soldier and an influence. My second influence is going to give me a craftsman, and now, like even just in round 1, start to get some combos going. Okay, so we've got the stuff now to go and attack the castle. Oh, we haven't, we need bread. So ways of getting bread. We have tracks up here. Oh, wrong button all the time. We have tracks up here for the quarry and forest farms or training grounds. And we can earn wood, bread, soldiers, and the production for those things. So very good tracks to go up. Another way of getting bread, there are like, you can see little bits on, say, the keep and stuff. Whenever you see this symbol, or it's down here in Michaelmas, you can get a resource of your choice, which is silver, wood, or bread. Food. So we could go for Michaelmas. That would cost us a serf. And we will do another thing on the cards. So I'll show you some cards I've used already. So you would draw 2 cards, and you would have these numbers to play with. You can fill them in any slots of your choice, but you're trying to get certain sums to fill in these lines, or you can fill in any 2 numbers in these and just have 1 resource of your choice. So that is available for me. Oh yeah, and I need ladders as well. I've only yapped about ladders, haven't I? I haven't done it yet. So we could actually, I do want to do some Michaelmas, but if I do some research to unlock these ladders, it's going to cost me 2 of my 5 coins. The first one can unlock me a lovely serf. And then having 3 serfs, which I want it to be zoomed in on the sheets. It's not ideal, not having all of the bits everywhere. By having 3 serfs, I won't do it just yet, in case I change my mind. 3 serfs could get me the bread I need, but also could get me the food production for future rounds as well, because I'm going to need 2. I'll spend 1 doing the attack. I'll still need 1 for the end of the round, so maybe that's what I should spend the 3 serfs on. You know, they're useful for other stuff. So that's 1 money for that. And then the second silver can unlock ladders. I don't have ladders yet. I have just unlocked the opportunity to have ladders. Again, if I can spend a craftsman and a wood, I can own ladders, which I'll do. And that's going to get me a might, which is 1 of the points tracks. So I have ladders, and I need 4 strength. I think, let's go for it. I'm worried about defending. I think, unusually for me, usually I'm pretty good at defending things. But we're going to earn stuff from this as well. I might still be able to do it. 4 strength. Oh, you need to at least spend 1 serf to have a bread. Definitely have to spend 1. Probably spend the 3. So 4 strength, plus a bread. I have ladders. We can go and storm that enemy castle. That's not it, though, because you can overspend. There's the right button. You can overspend just once in 1 big attack. And if I overspend by 2, so I need 4, if I went with 6 strength of people, I could get a bread as a bonus. With 3 bonus, I could choose a wood or a silver. And with 4 bonus, I could choose a bravery or a patron or a craftsman. I think I'm going to need extra people for defense, though, so I'm not going to overspend. Just going to spend the required amount. So put all of that over there. And so, oh, his thing should be on that. I'm sure I corrected myself and put him on there. I must have took him back off. So now I progress onto here because I've attacked this castle, and I earn myself 2 bravery, 2 silver, and a log. So 2 silver, 1 wood, and then bravery is another one of the tracks. 2 bravery is going to give me another surf. Okay. So if I put it all down here, we won't see it on the right sheet, but I can kind of... We'll get a good glimpse that I've got a fair bit of stuff still to spend here. But we've got to think about defences a bit now. We've done our attacking, and you can fill in this little bit here, which doesn't, like... In itself, you might not need to track this, but one of the path cards will want you to attack a load of castles, and the solo campaign might sometimes want you to attack a certain number of castles. So I'll fill it in. Okay then. So, how are we going to defend the castle? We have attacks coming in. So you can build the stuff. We know that an attack of 2 is coming through the gate. I could spend 2 craftsmen, 2 wood. I would get a level 2 defense in my gate and a patron and a might. It might not be too bad a thing because another might is another patron as well. 2 patrons back, we could do a fair bit of stuff. Because the walls are getting attacked in 2 separate directions. So I would have to build 4 walls, and the walls are a bit trickier. So I haven't really explained the castle. So if I was to build that gate, I would take a gate die, and I would put it in there. That's a level 1 defense now. And you don't have to completely do it with I could do a 1 gate defense and 1 hot oil, or a 1 gate defense, and I can stand a soldier there. Make sure I'm saying the right thing. Soldier is red, knight is blue. Because a soldier is 1 strength, so that would be the 2 that I need. And if I do future levels, I tick the die up. You're not rolling these dice, they are trackers for how defended your castle is. So the walls have got these to track them. So if I wanted to defend this here, I could build a wall, I could build another wall. Now I want to get them to level 2. Trick is, walls can't be more than 1 level higher than what's either side. So if I want to upgrade this to level 2, I have to build this wall first that isn't getting attacked from anywhere, but chances are it will be over the course of the game. And then with a 4th upgrade, I could level this up to 2. That still means I can't upgrade that one. It's just, what I'm saying is, it's going to take a lot of actions to get them to level 2, whereas the gate I can definitely do with just 2 defense, which I think I'm going to do. And how do we do that? Just spend the craftsman and the wood. So I've spent them all now, but I've got I've still got a wood spare. I've got a load of money that we can use to get more craftsmen. The resources we might be a bit tight on, but we could spend serfs getting wood. So 2 craftsmen, 2 wood. Shouldn't do them 2 in one go. So I'll keep track of everything. First one gets me a level on the gate's defense and a patron. Second one gets me level 2 on the gate defense. So that is now defended. That's safe and sound. And then I get another might, which is another patron. So I've still got loads of stuff that I could spend. Okay. Yeah, definitely more moving parts. But, hopefully, what will come across a great way. So, we don't need to worry about the crane or anything like that. If I'm going to be spending silver up here, it's going to be on getting more people to defend or more craftsmen. We could at least get 1 more craftsman. We've got loads of money about. Getting more serfs is tougher. I'd also like to go and unlock the festival and stuff like that too. We definitely need to get another bread though, don't we? So I'm kind of thinking we could get a bit of defense just building 1 wall, and then that's 1 permanent thing I don't have to keep spending stuff for all of the time. Oh, but what about so I've talked about the hot oil and the rocks and stuff. How do you get them? They are part of the Warcraft section. So 1 level in Warcraft, you can spend a patron or a knight to unlock a tactic. The tactics are all of those things listed here on your sheets. So by unlocking it, you get a soldier and you get 1 use of the thing. You can spend wood in the future to get more uses by circling these things, and then when you spend them, you cross them off. I don't have all of these at my disposal. I have to research that tactic first. So as soon as I research it, I get 1, but as of now, I've got none of these. The thing is, so these are all good for various things. There is one type of attack, it's when they've got catapults, I think, that you can't use soldiers, you can't use any castle defenses, you have to have covers. So if I do a tactic, I like that to be one of the tactics, so I can definitely defend it. In fact, it's right here. It's on top of the deck right now. Like this one here. It tells you the strength of it still. And this player aid here, I haven't really explained that. So you don't know exactly what the attacks are going to be when they're face down, because there are normal cards, and if I find one out, there are brutal cards too. If I could find like the brutal version of the gate. So we've just got the normal, that's not the right button. We've just got the normal one here. If we'd drawn the brutal version, it'd be an E instead of a D. And it tells us on the reference card here, oh, I'm getting attacked by that. It's either going to be D or E if it's brutal. So you know what the 2 options are going to be. The other thing that you don't know, though, if it's a face-down card, if it's, say, the walls, you don't know which walls. It'd say, like, it's going to be 2 adjacent or it's going to be 3 adjacent, but it won't say which ones. So you've still got an element of risk in there, but there is another thing that we've nearly got access to, actually. You can pay for spies, and they let you turn cards over so you can have a look at what's on the other side. And in the multiplayer game, you can even help others by turning over their cards so they know what's coming, and you will get yourself a bravery for it, up to 3 times. So yeah, we could do tactics, but I kind of feel more inclined to build up defenses some other way. We've got a lot of money. We could be hiring mercenaries to try and do things. I definitely want to do a wall, though. So we'll spend the money to unlock the first craftsman from the guildsman section. And I won't take him. I'll just spend a wood straight away. And let's build a level in these walls. So I get a wall, and I get myself another patron, so we can do some tracks and things. Okay then, so let's just say left. You've got a choice. Just go left. And we'll pop that in there. So from being attacked, that's covered. That one is all fine. This one here, we could potentially get another craftsman and a wood and get that sorted. Let's see, we've got patrons now, which means we've got things that we can do over on the right sheet. There are more tracks to go up, more rewards to be had. In fact, if we got entertainment to level 3, we'd get a bread and we could do a tournament. We could also do Michaelmas. We've got serfs. There's also Knight's Train you can do, but you have to build the chapel first to do that. It's quite nice if you can do that, though, because the reward for filling the chapel, once you've built the chapel, it needs to be filled with a bread, a wood, and money. Your reward for filling it up is a patron right now. That's a patron production, and an influence is a point. So unlocking all these little bits of production early on could be nice, but how am I going to afford? I've got loads of money. I've got no wood. And I would need 2, wouldn't I? I'd need to build it and put it out there. You could have a go at Michaelmas, maybe get lucky. We could do, couldn't we? Or you could spend them like on the quarry and forest and definitely get them. But then how are you getting the bread? Because you need a bread for this, and you need a bread for the end of round 2. It's not as easy to get the serfs from over here. In fact, it'd be nice. Where's the production for the serfs? I know there's one. Where is production for the serfs? Seen it. Oh, it's from doing the festival. Yeah. If we unlock the chapel, we could go and do the festival. I just want to do, like, bits. Show off some bits. Shall we? How many patrons have I got, though? I've got 3. You need 2 to do the small chapel, and then you'd need 1 to do the festival. And the festival's probably not going to reward you with anything the first time you do it. I want a patron production, though. We can manage this. I've got loads of money. Right, let's go. Worship, level 1. Worship, level 2. Gets me a silver. I need a wood and a craftsman. Okay then, so I've got the money. Pay 1 to get the next craftsman. It would be nice to use a load of craftsmen and get a craftsman production too. How am I going to get the wood? Is it going to be... You could potentially do a couple of Michaelmas. So we need to get more wood as well, don't we? We need more bread and more wood. Michaelmas. Let's risk it. So we can do the first Michaelmas because we're at level 1. This is like doing your accounts. This is like doing the accounts at the end of like the tax year. So you spend a serf, you draw 2 of your personal cards, and oh, I've told you, haven't I? So we could just use this 6 and a 4 to get 10. We get a resource of our choice and a joy. So joy just on its own is like, that would go down here as an X. It would cancel out a future discontent. So we could potentially just completely ignore that and not get the discontent. But if we ignored it, you get loyalty equal to this, which is 1 minus your undefended attacks. So you still want to defend it, even if you could stop the discontent. But in future, we might not be able to stop the attacks. It might not be an option for us. So I could just fill them in there, or I could fill them in elsewhere to hope to get numbers in the future. Because like other options can give you more resources just in one great big go. I am tempted. 4 down here, 6 down here. You're kind of guaranteeing that it won't happen by doing things a silly way around. Take some risk. 4 here, 6 here. Go on then. 4 here. 6 here. So I've now like set in stone the other numbers that I need and gained nothing so far. And we're only at level 1 of entertainment. We've got a lot of money. We can get more patrons. Do you want to see the festival? Oh, but if the festival shows me the numbers I needed, I'll be gutted. Let's do Michaelmas again. But you need entertainment to be at level 2. All right, then do that. Entertainment at level 2 unlocks a section of the brew house. Oh, this might be numbers that I need now. So the brew house is revealing 2 cards again. 5 and 5, I didn't need that, but I could have got a 10. And we look at this section here, and these are the ingredients that we unlock in the brew house. It's just like a little row and column filling in here. And if you can complete a row or column, you will unlock a beer, which you can spend to beef up some of your defenders when it comes to getting attacked at the end of the round. So that was just for unlocking level 2 on entertainment there. That cost me my patron. And then I can do Michaelmas again. We're hoping for, I mean, a 4 and a 2 would be ridiculously jammy. 5 and a 1. Okay, fair enough. So the 1 could go in this 2 right here. And I could get 3 resources and an influence, but I've got to find another 1 later on one of these. I think it's already what I want to do. I'm going to say 5 there, 1 there. I have done this almost every time, and I have never found the other 1. I've always wasted one of the ones, but that's the risk you take when you're doing daft gambles. So I don't think we can do another Michaelmas. The downside of me doing all of that stuff is I have not ended up with any of the resources now. I'm in a good position to get them later. But yeah, the small chapel is probably now off the table. Okay then, so shall we try and get... Let's get ourselves a patron so we can have a look at the festival. So you get me a knight. Can help defend the castle in a bit. And the second one there, you can get me a patron. And I'll spend that patron straight away, because the festival doesn't need anything building for it. We are at level 1, well, we're at level 2 on worship. You only need to be level 1. Spend a patron and draw 2 cards, and these are some of the festival goers. The left card, the first card you draw, shows you the number that you can cross off in the female box of section number 4. If the box is already filled in, you can fill one into either side. And this shows us the male. Oh, well, that's pretty jammy, actually, because... Well, the 3 I could have done with for this, but they're both 4s. So that's a pair. When you make a pair, you fill in these boxes from left to right. So your first pair gets you a serf, and it gets you a loyalty, which is our first loyalty. So no more bonuses just yet, but that's a point. It's on the board. And we've got a couple of serfs. So, I mean, these people defending right now, that's getting attacked by 2. You would defend it by 2. We would lose the knight, but we would be defended. You would defend by 1, plus the 1 from the wall. That's defense sorted. You don't have to put them, you don't technically have to deploy them until the castle defense, but so I don't spend them elsewhere. I'd like to put them there, but I can get more people. I've got 2 more coins because you lose all of your serfs, patrons, and resources that you haven't spent. So you want them spent. If you've got a load of extra strength in people, every 3 strength left over is worth, you get a serf for next round, so like that isn't wasted. So I need a bread, and I would like a bread production. So that's what I'm tempted to spend the 2 serfs on. I would like a wood, though, from somewhere, so we can use this craftsman. Oh, craftsman. Threw me craftsman and picked up a soldier. My big pile of people is just off to the side here. Okay, so a way of doing that could be... we could build the moat. I mean, we could get another patron. Getting another patron could get us the bread that we need. But I'd quite like the bread production too. But then if you did that, you could do another tournament. But then we've got too many people left over. Do it next time. Oh, I wanted the patron production. I'm gutted that I didn't manage that. Gutted that I took the gamble. I could have got it. I could have guaranteed it from the tracks. What if... I mean, this is splitting about a bit. You can use craftsmen for defense as well. I don't have to send soldiers. Craftsmen are 1 defense, the same as a soldier. Because the soldier could be building the moat. And 2 in the moat would give me a wood and a moat for the future, in case we get attacked that way. Or I could buy soldiers to fill in space on the moat. And that'd give me the wood to build something with my craftsman. But what are you going to build? We could still build the chapel for later. And then it's done for next time. You just have soldiers left over, which isn't ideal. You can get one there. There's a soldier. And you've got 2 soldiers that can go. I know I said I put them there so I wouldn't spend them. Get you a wood. And we can introduce our moat die. There's our moat level. And I've got 1 coin left. So that was them 2 spent. I've still got my craftsman, but we're missing a defense from here. I mean, I could just have these guys building a tower, which I don't need yet. But then I'd have a patron to go and do something with. We could attend the festival again. I'm going to spend these 2 on the farms. Get me a food production. Get me a food. And I'm going to put that over there so I don't spend it. And then I'm thinking we just get a craftsman. Bit gutted I didn't get the craftsman production. But I needed soldier to... I could have spent a serf, but... I wanted the food production. Yeah, get yourself a craftsman. And we'll send them to defend. So that's the last money spent. And we can build one more thing. I could build like a keep or something. And the people that you put down are in a certain place and you can't move them unless you've got something that moves them. So, like, I couldn't have had, like, build a wall here, so I'd have 1 defense on each. The knight couldn't spread across both sides. They're just defending one side. Thinking, oh, I could have done this or that. You just build the chapel and we'll fill it in later. Yeah, just build the chapel, because the chapel unlocks knight's training as well, which is nice. So that gets me an influence. So like that unlocks knight's training. You can send patrons to become knights, and you reveal it's this section of the card here. You get to draw 2 at the start, but more later, and you're looking for different symbols, which I wouldn't have done a great job at yet. But yeah, you get extra rewards if you can draw those extra symbols, but you're still getting a knight if you don't get the extra symbols. And I think that is all of my stuff spent. So we can move on to Castle Defense. Hey Rohit, how's it going? It can't stay for too long, but I was wondering whether you plan to do a playthrough for Civolution. Paul Grogan's done one and is planning another, and I'm stoked for the game. I am very excited about it as well. I played it with Paul in June. I am planning it, but it will be after Essen. I think I'm getting a copy at Essen or after Essen. Yeah. I'm excited though. So, Castle Defense. It's on our sheet, how it all goes. So first of all, pay food equal to the round number, 1 round, otherwise get discontent for every food you didn't pay. Then deploy your people to the walls, discard everything else, and then reveal the face down cards, resolve attacks right to left, discard successful defenses. So, we want to see this, don't we? So first of all, they are attacking us. I'm getting me names of all of the attacking things in my head. I think I've done, for what I'm usually at, my terminology is better than it usually is. It is a battering, of course it's a battering ram. They're battering down the gate. Why can't you remember that? They are using a battering ram to try and batter down our gate. They have got strength of D, and we know for this round D is 2. My gate is level 2. It repels that attack. The defenses are there permanently, so that's why it's so good to get them in, but it can be costly doing it. That's a successful defense. It gets discarded back onto the deck, because the decks are going to get shuffled at the start of every round. Then they have got their ladders. I don't need to remind him what a ladder is. Probably need it to remind me in a minute though. So we are getting attacked for 2, That's what A is. Even though my finger was covering that, I've already shown you. So I have no defenses here, but I have a knight, which is strength 2 for this purpose. It's got 2 strength. Normally you stand them up and then lay them down. For bird's eye, I'm used to laying things down for the camera. But yeah, a knight, if it was getting attacked for 1, you lie it down and it's still got 1 strength for something else. In this case, his 2 was used all up, and the craftsman has 1 anyway, plus the 1 from the wall defends that. We have completely defended. Then you get a bravery for every brutal attack that came through, that you defended. Didn't have any of those. And then you earn loyalty equal to the number up here, which is 1, minus undefended attacks. So a minimum of 0 loyalty. I gain 1 loyalty. So I've got myself a soldier for next round. Then you get discontent. It's that number minus the loyalty you just gained. So 1 minus 1. I get 0 discontent. And then discard remaining craftsman, soldiers, knights, gaining a serf for every 3 strength that you just discarded. I don't have anything left over. So that is it for round 1. There are 5 of these. I promise the rest of them won't take me that long. There's still stuff to explain if we go to other sections, but I think we've done kind of a little dip into all of the major bits. I haven't really done Warcraft yet. We've talked about tactics though. Just a quick whiz through the sections I haven't told you about. So the keep, like, eventually you will get a level up in one of these tracks of your choice, the non-governance tracks, and then that's one of each of those 2 tracks, and the large keep gives you not a choice, one of each. So a way of getting up the tracks, like the gardens in Hadrian's Wall, the mint we've seen, the spies we've seen, ramparts. The first one gets you a soldier, but your second rampart gives you a rampart token, and you can flip these tokens. They recharge every round. You can flip them to move somebody to a different side. And I said, like, we'll get face down cards and not know the sides we're getting attacked from. You can hedge your bets by having tokens to move them about, and you can unlock up to 3 of those. The stables will give you rewards along the way, but will also unlock your horses, and your horses will be needed to keep attacking the castles. Black one first and then the white one. And then I think other than that, we've seen all of the... Oh, the Lammas down here. That's the last bit on the card that we haven't seen. So down here, you draw 2 cards, and it's got 2 colours of flags. You would fill in a flag each of the colours that you drew on the cards. And if you fill in the flag either side of a reward flag, you can either get loyalty or joy to cancel out discontent. I think that's generally all of the bits. But we have a round to do. So first of all, deal required attack cards. So we are getting attacked. They've got a tower. And, oh, we get to see this. We can defend against it with the moat. We've already got our level in moat. Or you can use your logs to smash it to pieces, or your workers as usual. We do get to see the strength. And, oh, it's a brutal one. So E for round 2 is going to be 3. So we need to up that moat if we want that defended. Oh, we also need to flip this card down. If there were face down cards between you and the next face up one, you would get discontent for those. And then you flip that over to show that's all done with. And this is your new one for this round. So I've got to unlock a different technology. I've got to build a ballista to go and do that. So we're going to attack there. And then face down, we are getting arrow attacked. So this needs walls to defend. You're getting attacked strongly on one wall and then less strongly either side of it. But you don't know where. You can defend with walls and soldiers. And the final attack is going to be walls again. Top and bottom for A, which is 3. To work on them defenses. Path card. So we are caught up with the bot tent. So the choices for this round are going to be final influence. So it wants to get 20 influence, ideally. Getting a lot of influence. Or warrior final bravery. So I'm thinking more, what would I like right now? Because I want to go and keep attacking the castles, so bravery is going to be pretty good. This gives me 1 more serf, this gives me 1 more wood. I think Warrior. Warrior? Good job you did the income, because you've got no money on these cards. Yeah, warrior. Right, so that one gets discarded, and we get 4 serfs, 3 craftsmen, 3 wood, and 3 patrons. And that can tuck in as our... And then from production up here, I get a serf, a wood, 2 silver, 2 food, and 2 soldiers. Right. All different types of attacks. That's annoying. So with the moat, we can't get the moat to level 3 without building the crane. Now we can just spend 2 soldiers right now, get that to level 2, and that's sorted. The walls are going to be more of a problem because I built the left wall rather than the top wall, and we're not getting attacked from the left this time, but you can see we're going to get attacked every round and more every time. And we might be getting attacked from the left on that card. So for the arrows, it's either going to be CBC or BDB. So it's either going to be a 2-2-2 attack or a 2-3-2 attack. One side strong and then the other, either side of it, weaker. We could, if we're willing to pay money, purchase some spies and flip that card over. It's a tough defense though. So we can do a bit of wall building and get some rewards from that. We don't need any towers just yet. I did get that chapel, which we could fill up and get some stuff. Do you want to go and attack the castle though? That's going to give you, that's going to need 4 strength and this ballista building. First things first, let's have a tournament. I've got level 2 on entertainment. Spin a bread. Here's a knight. That's going to help me do some things. And let's do some jousting. Don't look at the numbers, it'll only upset you. Oh, there's a 1. Oh, if we'd said this was Michaelmas, I'd be getting all these things. But I didn't. So jousting. I hit his shield, he hits my shield. Round 2. We both hit each other. It's another draw. Hoping for a win or a draw here. I hit him from the middle. Oh, unfortunately, he shielded his middle and hit me from the left. He wins. So I got my knight, but I didn't get the soldier and influence that I was hoping for there. And lost out on drawing a 1 for my ton of resources and stuff. That's probably why I never get it in Michaelmas, because I do a load of different things. It's just about waiting for that 1 to come up. Okay, so I would like the chapel to be filled in. I would like to do some knights training. We could get a lot of people that way, couldn't we? Well, if we spend a patron and go and do some knights training, that's a 2nd knight. And we might get a bonus here. So we've got a horseshoe. Oh, and another horseshoe. That's unlucky. So I don't get any extra bonuses from this. But if you keep training the knights, you'll get to draw more and more cards as well, increasing your chances of finding more things. But we've got a knight, so we've got more people to go and attack. I've got the bread to go and attack. And that deck will shuffle as well once I've gone through it. Just thinking, is there going to be another 1 in there, or have I gone past them all? I'll get a load of wood back for storming that castle. Let's do it. So a coin researches the ballista. A craftsman and a wood builds it and gets me a might. And then a bread and 4 strength. I could spend extra. You spend 2 extra, you got the bread back. What about defense? You guys build the moats. No, don't spend 2 extra. Okay, just the 4. So I've got the ballista. I've spent the stuff that's required of me. And I earn myself 3 bravery. Oh, that'll be a soldier back. Yeah, spend 2 extra. So I get 1 back. Spend 2, get 1 back. There you go. Overpay to get a bread. I don't normally do. Hopefully I don't regret that. And then I get a coin and 2 wood. So it might be worth investing in tactics. We've got a lot more wood than we've got craftsmen. Yeah, and that's... oh, he should have gone up just after we did the path cards. I now go up now that I've attacked that castle. And we've had the rewards from that. So we've got a couple of coins. We can unlock a couple of craftsmen, get some defenses built, and... What's A? A is 3, though. And unlock production of craftsmen. But we could actually unlock a patron and then a knight and get production of knights every round. And that's pretty big. But then I'll probably want to spend someone doing tactics, because I'll have all this wood to spend and I won't have the craftsmen to do it. I think we want a patron for entertainment, because that's going to get me a bread and a loyalty. A bread. And the bread right now, I've got the bread that I need for the round, but I might still spend it doing daft tournaments and things. Or donate it to the chapel. Wouldn't be daft. That's a use for bread as well, isn't it? You've convinced me. Bread, wood, coin. But then you're not going to have the coin to do this. Don't worry about that. We'll sort it out. Fill in these things. Get a patron. A patron production. And an influence. I wish I'd got that patron production in round 1. It's okay then. We're getting stuff done. Right. That's spent stuff. So that's the small chapel built. We've still got patrons. We could still do St. Valentine's Festival. If we get entertainment up to 4, we could do another Michaelmas. The festival's unlikely to get me things, unless you did it several times, which I don't know if we've got the patrons for. So now I probably want to progress along these, but maybe I want to just spend like 4 serfs getting the food and the food production again. And then we would have a food and a coin for some more jousting. You're meant to be spending the people defending things. Yes, but if we win the jousting, we get an influence and a new patron. And getting to level 4 on this also unlocks more Michaelmas, which could be more resources. Go for it. Patron equals level 4 on tournaments, which is another brew house. Let's zoom in. We've been zoomed out for too long. Okay, I have unlocked foam. I know loads about beer and how it's made. I've unlocked that one and that one. I'm going to try and fill in a column. I've got 3 of the 4 bits. A 3 and an 8. Don't look at the numbers, they'll only upset you. Okay, I'm glad that I didn't go to Michaelmas yet, though. We could now. Is this going to be a 1? I'll leave it up to you, so it's your fault. No. I think we need a tournament. Bread and a coin for our 3rd jousting competition. So this is going to be a bravery, which is nothing extra, and a knight, and then let the jousting commence. And we've got, I'm attacking from the right. I get through straight away, and it wasn't a 1. So, not sad that I missed out doing it on Michaelmas. We win the jousting straight away. So that's filled in, and we also get a soldier and an influence, and I think we've already decided the influence was something good too. It was a patron. Okay. So, I'm going to preemptively shuffle this. And we need to shuffle a 1 into the top. Marty is enjoying his nice warm bed downstairs. Rach is downstairs, so there isn't a chance that Marty, our cat, who weren't aware of who I'm going on about. Sometimes he joins us and he's on camera and stuff. Not today, though. We definitely need a Rach command. We do need a Rach command. Rach is enjoying a nice warm sofa downstairs. Yeah, you can get shirts. That link on sirmeeple.com. The shirts and mugs and stuff. And I don't know that they're going to be available for that long. Not to panic here. I don't think they're immediately going away, but I think there's rumblings that they might. Right. I just used that time chatting rather than thinking. We've got to chat sometimes. So you've left yourself with no money, no bread. I'm sure there was logic to that. We've got a couple of craftsmen, though. We could build a couple of walls. But A is 3. You've got a knight. You've got some soldiers. Don't worry. Get some walls built. There's loads of wall attacks coming in. Okay, we've got 2 craftsmen. 2 wood. That's going to be 1, 2 walls, and a might. The walls will be top and bottom. We're definitely getting attacked top and bottom. And we could research, say, was it rocks would be that one. You can't, there's no item you can use for this one. So we've got a tiny bit of defense. We could get more craftsmen. They're on track somewhere. I've used a lot of them. I use my coins on other things. We can get a coin in entertainment, though. If it's a craftsman you want. We should do that because there's entertainment, which is a silver. So let's do Michaelmas. We've still got 4 serfs to go and get your food. Come on, 1. I mean, oh, okay, 1 was fine. I'll take 2 of them. We've got a 1. So now I could put this, definitely not down here. I could put it in the 4 section. 3's floating about because a 2 could go here. I like that. But you could just put anything in these top 2 sections and just get any one thing. Okay, that gives us loads more to do then. So first of all, an influence doesn't unlock anything extra yet. 3 things. So I think I'm going to keep going for bread. Like spend the 4 serfs on bread. So I don't know if I want bread. Maybe I just want coins. I want all sorts of things. I've got 2 wood. Maybe you want 1 more wood. No, I want 3 coins. 1, 2, 3 coins, please. And that's that reward taken. Okay, that gives us options. And those options are going to be get 2 more craftsmen. 1, 2. That second one comes with a craftsman production. You haven't upped your moat yet. That'll be okay. Spend those craftsmen and this 2 wood. There's your first one. Gets you a patron. Second one gets you nothing. And what are we upgrading? You can't upgrade the top or bottom. You can only upgrade that one. So let's fill in the gap. 1 there. 1 there. Yeah. Yeah. Laminated boards will be available. Hadrian's Wall on one side, Anarchy on the other. Ooh. Right, that's that. We're nearly defended up there. Nearly defended. Okay, I was going to spend the other 2 coins. Maybe I should be getting soldiers. Build this moat. What's he? 3. On the one hand, I could get a load of soldiers and get... You can only get 1 more level on the moat, though. You haven't built the crane. But I'm also tempted. Go get a patron, go get a knight, and get knight production. I think you've already answered your own question, haven't you? That sounds better. Patron, night, and night production, please. I don't think I've got before. Right. Okay. So there's my money just burnt through. We will spend 4 serfs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Knock all the cards over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting 2 food and a food production. Put that 2 food out of the way so you don't spend it, because we need it for the round. Then, we've got patrons, we've got defense. So we already know a knight needs to go here. Then that's 3 defense for the wall for that. A soldier needs to go there. That's 3 defense. The moat. I mean, just a knight would defend that. You don't have to commit yet, but we've got these 2 soldiers that we could put in leveling up the moat, and that would give me a wood, which I have no use for. All right, I've got these, though. I could get another craftsman. You could build another wall. Ooh. Can't quite get another knight from this. You could do the festival. You've got patrons. Some Valentine's festival time, everyone. Let's see who's come to the festival today. It's lady number 4. I'll draw the 2 cards, don't I, so I could see. Oh, it's lady number 4 and gentleman number 4. Again. Okay. So when one's filled in, you can go either side. If both like sections either side are full, you just tough luck. We'll go 3 then. For both of them. So we get another pair. And then that is a serf and a loyalty, which is nothing extra right now. And then a serf production, please. Okay. Pleased with how that festival went. Cross off the festival box. Oh, I don't know what to do with that serf now. I mean, the serf could go build the moat. Serf could get you another soldier. Serf could... Oh, actually, I need to cross off that Michaelmas. I've done 3 Michaelmas. Then... Okay, let's zoom out and have a think. Don't need stables yet. Ramparts. You haven't got a craftsman. Then you need to do level 2 of ramparts to actually get the token. So you need 2 craftsmen and level 2 in Warcraft. So I don't think you should be thinking about that. I think you should be thinking about possibly unlocking tactics and get, say, the rocks, which could be spent and the people could deal with the arrows, fingers crossed. Because if you build in the moat, you're going to have wood and no craftsman. You can get 1 more craftsman, though. Okay, patron. Entertainment. Let's get some ingredients. I need some water, please. And water I get. I mean, the card pulls are being pretty crazy generous, aren't they? And then we'll try and fill up that row. Because the beer can be spent on a craftsman or a soldier. So the people that are worth 1 strength, you can spend it when it comes to defending, and they basically get an extra strength just for that fight. They can only drink 1 beer each. But yeah, I've got 1 available now, even though it looks like I've kind of filled it in the strange way that I've circled it. Okay. Good, I was hoping that would happen. Now, what's frustrating is, if you spend your patron to go and get you a craftsman, building the next section of wall will get you a mite, which will be another craftsman, and you won't have the wood to spend. But you'll get the wood. I don't know that you'll have enough stuff to spend it on. Just to go to tactics, I'd have to spend this night on tactics because I've spent the other dude. Right, go. But the surf that you've just gained could be doing Michaelmas. You've got a load of half-filled in bits. Michaelmas time, everybody. Who knew there could be so many Michaelmas? We've got a 5 and a 2. Does that help me anywhere? 2 helps me right there. 5 does not. Oh, but that's pretty great. That's 2 resources. And then 5. Go for the 10. Definitely need another 5, yeah. So, we get any 2 resources. And what do I want? I've got the bread. That's safe. Let's see, 2 money. Could just be 2 soldiers. 2 money could be 2 craftsmen. But you can only build 1 more wall. Can't save the bread for later. With a bread and a coin, we could have another tournament. You might be better off saving that, though, for next time. I wish I could get 1 more. 2 coins gets me so close to another craftsman production. Have 2 coins. And I'm going to spend them straight away. Get in 2 craftsmen, please. I'll spend these... Spending all these soldiers? Oh, or maybe I don't want 2 craftsmen. Rub out. I want 1 craftsman, because I'm only going to get 1 wood now, because I spent that surf. 1 craftsman, 2 soldiers, please. And then we'll spend those 2 soldiers, build in the moat, and get me a wood. And a moat level. Yeah. And you guys can build a wall. You'll get me a mite. You could be sent to defend. Yeah, build me a wall. Get a craftsman back. I'll do bottom because we definitely know we're getting attacked from there. I'll send a soldier up there. So there, that's defended. That's for the moat. That's defended. And then these could just be kind of strength left over to defend later. We've got another patron. Get me a soldier, get me a loyalty, which would be a serf. Entertainment would be another craftsman, which I might want to save that for. I've not built anything that I can send. Oh, I could do. No, I can't do Knights Train. I can't do any St. Valentine's Festival. Perhaps just governance. Then that'll get you a serf, but we can spend them on a track and get us another soldier. Yeah, I want a mint. Get me a serf. We'll spend the serf on the training grounds. Get me a soldier. And we will guess at where things are needed. I feel like we're not going to defend that. I've thrown a load of people up there. It's just a complete guess at what that's going to come in. If it's brutal, it's 2-3-2, isn't it? So if it's brutal, it's probably going to get through, depending on the directions. No, I think if it's brutal, it's getting through. If it's not brutal and it's in a direction that is nice, it'll be okay. But But if we have to let it through, we'll probably have some strength and some extra serfs next time. I don't know that I've been very good on defending. Right, pay food. I've saved that food. Deploy people, I've done it. Get rid of everything else. Reveal face down cards. We are getting attacked. Oh, the walls count, though. You're forgetting the walls. You've built some walls, so then you might be able to defend this. Okay. So B is the 2. Oh, and C is 2. So, oh yeah, it's not brutal. So all 2s. So defended, defended, defended. That's fine. Might have been able to do it if it was brutal. This one, the moat needs to be 3 or have people. 2, 3. Defended, and that was brutal, so I get a bravery for that. And then finally, we have got 2. Are even that right? Yeah, none of them have been A's yet. These are A's. So 3 up here, that's fine. 3 down here, 2, 3. So we've got left 2, 3, 4. If you'd spent B, you'd have 5 left, so that wouldn't get you anything extra. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a waste. So I've got 4 strength of people there. So yeah, they get turned into 1 serf for next round. Just Summer, having all that extra strength. So the number is 2 minus 0 undefended attacks. We get 2 loyalty, nearly up to another soldier. No discontent. Get your serfs for next time. Then turn over the round card and plunder tile. I need to speed up, don't I? Discontent, no, because I have attacked castles sufficiently. And then we need to have a shuffle and deal some new stuff. So, oh, that needs to get shuffled in as well. So 3 new things this time. And have a look, because you'll know what the top attack card is and when to stop shuffling. I'm going to stop shuffling when it gets to this top bit. So we have got, you're doing it the wrong way around. That face up, that face down. So we've got something else relying on moat gate. Gate E. So E is going to be 4. The gate is 2 right now. The moat's already 2. So the moat could be A or E. So 3 or 4. So probably need to build the crane this time. If we can get the moat up, that would be nice. We don't get a bravery if we defend that as well. And oh, we're getting catapulted though. So the only way to defend against catapult is by spending covers. So we probably need a tactic unless we let that through. C is only 2 though. So only need to get the tactic and then spend 1 more wood filling it up. Okay, we are caught up, so we get 2 cards to choose from. And I can choose Weaponsmith. Constructed siege weapons. Now I've constructed 2 already. I'm doing a lot of attacking, so chances are I'm building that stuff. Or Merrymaker filled Lammas flags, which I have not done at all yet. I could, but I think Weaponsmith, we've already started on that route, so 3 serfs, 2 craftsmen, 4 wood, 3 patrons, and a silver. And then my production is 2 more serfs, 1 craftsman, 1 wood, 1 patron, 2 silver, 2 soldiers, and a knight. Okay then, so tactics. We're going to need, to throw that, we're going to need a level in Warcraft, which will give us a soldier. We're going to need another patron to give us a tactic, which unlocks covers. Well, I could choose any, but I'm unlocking covers, which gives me another soldier. And then let's spend a wood to get a second cover. That's handled. I'm going to spend a coin to research the crane. I'm going to spend a craftsman and a wood to build the crane, which gets me a serf. Because that's also going to be required for the catapult if we want to go and attack. I don't want to not attack. But that is another coin and a craftsman and 2 wood. You'll get a might, which is nothing extra yet. But all these serfs that can be getting me, they can be making up kind of the wood and stuff. we get a lot of bravery and stuff from attacking over there. Where's my bread? I haven't picked up any bread. 3 bread. Let's do it. We want to construct siege weapons as well. So coin to unlock it. Craftsman, 2 wood. To build it, gets me a might. And what have we got in terms of track? We need 5. We can't send anyone for any more knights training. Yet. We could have a tournament. Right. So you get a bravery, which is a serf. And a knight. And the jousting cards, please. So on the left, I attack in the middle. He attacks in the middle. Draw. We get each other. Round 2, I attack in the middle. Oh, we hit each other's shields. And the final round, I attack to the left. We hit each other's shields again, but if we draw 3 times, I win. That's right, isn't it? I'm not just making that up because it's convenient for me. I'm pretty sure that's right. Tournaments, if the player loses, after 3 draws, it's a tie, the player wins, yes. So I get an influence, which is nothing extra, and a soldier, which is something extra. Okay, now, bread to go attack. Oh, you haven't got the... This might be a drawback. You're going to have to spend a craftsman and a wood to build the small stables. You're also going to have to... Shouldn't have done this, but I'm doing it. It'll pay off, I'm sure. So we get an influence, which is a craftsman back. So got to spend these to get to level 3 in Warcraft, then these to build the small stables and get me an influence. So that's a lot of good stuff gone. But then serfs can fill up the stables, and we've got loads of serfs. 1, 2, 3, please. And we get for those a bread. Oh, strange crossing out. A bread, a coin, and a knight. Have I given myself the coin? I feel like I have. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think I've already given myself the coin because I've got a coin. Did I have a spare coin? I earned 2 coins. That gives me a coin. No, I think I need a coin. So I've only spent 2 so far, haven't I? Okay. No, you spent 3. You spent 1 on the tournament. I think I should have 1. Oh, you can't see. I'm covering up where the coins are. 1 I've got. Right. Loads of serfs, loads of soldiers. We've unlocked the crane. So 2 of these soldiers can go build a moat, please. 3. Which gets me wood, moat, might. And we could send 2 more as well, which would be the maximum that the thingy could be. Yeah, why not? 1, 2. 1, 2. Get me another wood, get me another moat. The moat is handled. So that card's handled, that card's handled. Whichever it is. The gate needs 2. Let's go attack. Bread. I have the horse. I have the catapult. Bread, and then 5 strength. Could go with extra to get the bread back, but no, I'm not going to. Because I'm going to get it back from the reward. So we attack okay. The reward is 3 bravery. 1, 2, 3. Is a soldier. Devoted on whether to change my mind again, but I'm not going to. A might is a patron. And we get a wood and a bread back. And so now we need gate building, don't we? We'd like the gate to be 4. AA, what's that? 3 on these walls as well. You said you were going to build a mint. I don't know if we can. Oh, that would be nice. Getting governance to 5. Yeah, all right. Build the gate first. So gate's now at level 3. And you get a patron. 2 patrons can get governance to level 5, which gets me a serf and a serf production. Pop you two. Oh no, I need to build the mint. So first of all, a coin to go and get me a craftsman. And then that craftsman plus wood equals medium mint. 2 serfs equals 1. And the second one is a silver production, a silver, and an influence. Then I've broken down. Okay, where are we on defending? 1 more there. 2 more, 1 more. I've got a wood left. I need 1 more on the gate as well. Building the wall lets me build a patron. Lets me get a patron. Building the gate gets me a mite. Use the coin. Get a craftsman and a craftsman production. Spend both for a wall and get a patron back. Level 2 on that wall. Still need some defense here and there, but I think that's better. Then you've got the bread you need if you don't spend it. Can't do a tournament and probably shouldn't. Michaelmas, we're at level 6. Now, I can't do Michaelmas. You've got a patron, though. Well, what about... where else would a patron be nice? A loyalty would get me a soldier. You get me a bread. No, entertainment gets me a craftsman. Let's spend a serf for Michaelmas. And an 8 and a 7. I don't feel like they're good for me. I could be wrong. No, I don't think I am. I mean, a 7. We could gamble and kind of get nothing for now. But that could pay off. Yeah. 7 there, and then the 8 can just go up here to be redeemed with anything later. Right, that's Michaelmas. You only get 1 more Michaelmas, though. And you're open for loads of stuff. You've filled in loads of things halfway. Yeah, but if you get a 7... 7 and a 3 next time, that's so many resources. Ugh. Daft gambling. Right. So I've got 3 serfs. I think we're spending 1 for sure. Getting me a wood. And then I've got a wood and a craftsman. And we can do the gate. Gate's at level 4. I'm zoomed in now, aren't I? Gate's at level 4. Get a mite. Don't spend that. You need it. You've got 2 more serfs. A wood and a wood production. Oh, and what are we missing? It's just 1 there, isn't it? So we're going to have 1 left over on the night, unfortunately. We could spend the 2 serfs getting a soldier and soldier production and then use the beer to top 1 up so we'd have 3 strength left over to get a serf. You might really want the beer in the future to get the last point that you're missing. But I like that now I've said it. Training grounds. 1, 2. Soldier production, soldier. Pop him out there. And that's it, isn't it? So pay food. There's 3 food. Deploy. They're deployed. Hopefully I've done all of this right. So, attacks. You can only be defended by covers. It's an attack of 2, so I need to use 2 covers. I have 0 covers left. But that's defended. Then we are getting a battering ram from, or a tower from A. So we need moats for this. A is 3, our moat is 4. I pumped it to 4, partly because I could, but also because it could have been brutal, because it was face down. We didn't know what it was, but it was just standard. We've got the brutal battering ram. E is 4, our gates are 4. That's defended, and we get a bravery for repelling a brutal attack. And then finally the walls, A is 3, so 2, 3, 2, and I will spend my beer, hopefully I'll get some more, to make him have an extra health. So then we've got 1, 2, 3 health strength remaining, so we'll get a surf for next time. That's all defended. The number is 2, 0 undefended attacks, so we get 2 loyalty. So that's a soldier for next time. No discontent. Had me surf. I did go and attack the thing, didn't I? I should have moved the tents. They're all face down. No extra discontent. I haven't got any ramparts to refresh. Shuffle these up for round 4. I feel like that one I sped up on. See, constructed siege weapons. I've done 3 out of 6. You usually wouldn't build 6, would you? Well, I suppose like the... Which one is it? Oh, the bolts need the ballista. I suppose it depends what's out here. Like 1 you just build in for the gold then, I guess. Because you've only got 5 to attack here, haven't you? I need the battering ram next, and then the trebuchet. I need the large crane to have done the trebuchet. Right. Don't look. And then we'll go now. So, up, down, up, down. Yep, that's right. And then shuffle these for the final attack. So how are these looking? Battering ram. So battering ram could be E, which is 4. Fine. We are already defended for that. So whatever that is on the other side, it's sorted. That's about, I mean, that's pretty lucky as well. Battering ram D is 4. Defended. Arrows, and the arrows could be BDB 343. That would be bad. Or if not, they're 333, which is still kind of bad. You want to be thwarted by a moat of 4. We've got a moat of 4. So only the arrows to worry about at the moment. And the final attack is going to be... So, same one we've had before. So 4 and 4 here. So bolstering them will help defend against that, but you've got to bolster, you've got to build evenly on the walls. So we could build this one to a 3, but can't do that one till a 3, till that one's a 2. Okay, path cards. We have caught up with the guy, ticking 1 forward, and we can have Monk, completed sums in Michaelmas. I mean, I've done it loads. I've only completed 2 sums though, because I've been kind of daft with it. Captain, muster tokens. So they're what you spend to move your dudes about. I don't like either of them. I suppose I have done sums and I might get more. You only need 4 completed sums. You'll definitely get 3 because you've just gone for the wild card there. Hopefully you can get 1 number that would fill any one of them. You need a 3 or a 3 or a 5 or a 6 or a 7. Okay. So you get 2 serfs, 3 craftsmen, 4 wood, 3 patrons, and a silver, and then 3 more serfs, 2 more craftsmen, 1 more wood, 1 patron, 3 silver, 3 soldiers, and a knight. some good production right there. Okay. Stuff to do then. The walls, but not agonising over the walls. But well, you haven't got the bread. You always skip over the bread production. It's 3, and you need 4 this round, and it wants you to spend 2 to go attack this castle. Michaelmas, you need to be at level 9. Okay, let's sort this out then. Patron number 1 gets me a loyalty, which is nothing just yet. 2 brewhouse, so 2 sets of cards here. First one is white and a green. That doesn't help me get a set. Gets me close to 1 though. And then finally we need water and... is that barley? Oh, we get that. So that's beer. We've got 1 more in stock. And then the green... you got 1 more chance to get 1 unlocked. We've got 2 though. Okay. Then that was 1 patron. Spend a second patron. How many patrons should we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you've already spent the 2. There we go. So you get me a surf and a surf production and the final brew house, which is going to be probably a number I regret. We've already gotten rid of a 5. 7? Oh, but you need to get to this to even get to Michaelmas, so can't be bothered about that. It's water. Yeah, water gets me a beer there and water there. Not quite lucky enough on the brew house, although we've got 2 beers to spend, and I might have wasted 1. Maybe I should have hung on to 1 of them. Okay, so now we can spend a surf on Michaelmas. It's the last 2 cards as well. It's fate. It's a 3 and a 4. That's good, isn't it? How? Oh, yes. 3, that's 3 things. 4, we'll just do that, and that's 4 completed sums for the scoring. Boom. So I can have 4 things. Oh, I don't know. Right. 2 bread. 2 bread, 2 coins. Because I'm going to spend 2 bread attacking the castle. 2 bread, 2 coins. 1 bread, 2 coins, and let's have a joust. So I get, oh, first of all, a bravery and an influence and a knight, and then it's time for the joust, which we need a shuffle for. Hello, welcome in. This is a follow-up to Hadrian's Wall. It is like it's Hadrian's Wall with more bits. And it's like there's still like the leadership tracks and stuff, and they're going to lead to buildings and different mini games in there. It's like more mini gamey things. You see one in a minute. Which one is it? Oh, it's jousting. I'd say one big thing, like apart from maybe like apart from like trying it out, and maybe there was 1 or 2 solo forts that kind of made me do like the gladiators. I tended to avoid the gladiators. Whereas, maybe just because it's like entertainment and it's jousting and stuff, this is it might not be always the most useful section, and I'm like pushing my luck too far with it, but it's my favourite bit, and I want to do all the minigamey bits. Right, we're having a joust, aren't we? So we both hit left, draw. So if you're just joining us, I'll explain the jousting. So we draw 2 cards from our deck to do a load of minigames. So you don't have to worry about, we are just doing jousting, so you can ignore every bit of the card except this jousting row here. Left card is me, right card is my opponent, and it shows where we're attacking and where we're defending. So we have both attacked on the left, that's a draw. You can have up to 2 more redraws in a joust. So second round, we both hit in the middle, draw. If this third one's a draw, then I win. If I win, I win. And then if he wins, I lose. We both went in the middle. So that's another draw, which is a win for me. And as you can see from my history in jousting, I've been pretty lucky this game on there. So I get a might, which is nothing extra just yet, but then a soldier and a joy. So even if we end up getting some discontent, there is... Oh, me writing in them's pulled these down a bit, hasn't it? A discontent earned in the future is preemptively crossed off. So if we get a discontent, we'll just fill that in all the way to show that it is negated for endgame minuses. Okay. We can still have another tournament, probably next round though now, because it's costly. See how expensive it is. We need 5 strength. We don't need to unlock another horse yet. That's next time. Might not be attacking that castle. We need to unlock the battering ram. So that's going to be a coin to unlock it, a craftsman, and 2 wood to build it. And that gives me a might, which gives me a craftsman back. Oh, there we go. So now we've got the battering ram. To go and attack that castle, we need 2 bread, which I have. I've got the black horse. I've got the battering ram. 5 strength worth of brave men. Could send extra to get me back some stuff. I think we can get the bread, though. Can you? Definitely. 2? Yeah. 2, 4, 5. Hey, this is on Kickstarter on Tuesday, by the way. There is a link in the description for it. I hope, if I've done it right. Let me know if I haven't. I'll have to change it. Oh, yeah, and Legacy of You. There is a Legacy of You size storybook. This has got the solo campaign in it. Which, in the near future, I don't know how near, because Essen's imminent. But, yeah, I want to start a new series like we did with the Hadrian's Wall one. So 2, 4, 5 strength, 2 bread, got the ingredients. You go off to attack that castle, please, and get me 4 bravery. 1 gets me a serf. 2, 3 gets me a loyalty, which gets me a serf. 4 and 1 might. And 2 wood, please. And then I go onto here. And I want to spend 4 serfs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting me the food I'm missing. And a food production, please. And then probably going to leave that up there, because you need to spend a food per round that it is. There is a lot of Hadrian's Wall going on. Plus extra. Look at this castle that I'm building. Oh, well, there's a castle in the middle of it. Look at the defences that we've got. You're getting attacked and stuff. You can rewind back, or like you'll see it at the end of this round. You'll see getting attacked quite shortly. Okay, so I think we need to do something about the walls, perhaps. Everything else we were safe, weren't we, already? Yeah. I don't know where that attack's coming. Whatever that attack is, we're getting defended. We're fine already on that. So, you could unlock rocks. Then just chuck some rocks at them. But walls would defend us for round 5 as well. So, what if we went for... build a wall, which gets me a might. We know it's top and left, and they're getting attacked for 4 and 4. So that's benefiting me right away, isn't it? Because it's only got to be... it can only be 1 more than the ones next to it. So that's okay. It's just I can't upgrade the top one yet. But if you do keep upgrading them, so it's a craftsman and a wood, upgrade that to a 2. This could be attacking over here, and this is 3s, isn't it? Another craftsman and a wood. Get me another wall and a patron. And we'll make that a 3. So they're nearly what they need to be. They need to be 4s. But this arrow attack is attacking 3 walls at strength. They're either all 3s, or it's a 3-4-3, isn't it? Yeah. Attacks 1 wall for 4 or 3, and then the other 2 either side for 3. Because it could, these face down ones could be brutal attacks. We don't know yet. Okay. I could afford to do another wall. You just couldn't make either of these 4s to do some more upgrading. Now get me another might, which is another patron. Go on then. You've talked me into it. Another wall. Another might. Another patron. Tick you up to 3. Quite a nice bit of defense there. Then, because if we've got people left over, there aren't a lot of vulnerabilities, so we can kind of... They'll all be spent probably on the arrows. Right, you've got one more craftsman wood combo. You've got 3 coins. I mean, you could unlock the crane, but building the crane would mean you don't have that stuff to build more walls. What about the mint? Need to get to 8 on this. I don't know that that's... Silver production. It's silver right now. And it's influence, which is another patron. Oh, you're talking me around. Go on then. Patron, patron, patron. Wood. Knight. Influence. That's one of our scoring tracks. So influence gets me a patron back. So it's not costing me as much. Mint. We will build you. Oh no, you need the large crane. You bulldozed in there, didn't you, with both feet? Right, okay then. Coin gets me a surf. Coin researches the large crane. Craftsman and wood builds large crane. There's another surf. Coin unlocks a craftsman. Craftsman and wood builds the large mint. There's ways around it. 2 surfs. 1 gets me nothing. 1 gets me money production, the money back, and another influence. So now we're going to have the money production full for the last round. Still got a couple of patrons. You've not upped the worship, so you can't make them knights. Got loads of serfs. You can't even do the festival. We've got knights and stuff to be protecting, though. Okay, we could go and get another wood, and then you could buy us another craftsman. Could we get another money? No, I don't think so. Ways to earn money right now. You've just done it. That was the way to earn money. I suppose building the keep. You could build the keep and then put patrons on it. Oh. Wouldn't have enough patrons to fill it. There's nothing to do with the bread, is there, unless you build the chapel? Because I'm thinking I would like the full bread production. Let's get another craftsman. 2 serfs will get me a wood and a wood production. But you definitely want to build the small keep. You can't build the chapel, we're too far away from... Yeah, build the small keep. Why? Just do it. Build the small keep. There's an influence. 2 patrons in the small keep. First one gets me a knight. Got an overload of strength again, I think. And then second one gets me a thing of my choice. I'm going to get a coin, spend that coin straight away, getting a craftsman and a craftsman production. So we get full of them for the final round. And then you could spend the coin I shouldn't have a coin. I've just spent it. I need a craftsman. Just like, oh, I've got a coin. I could have got a patron with that and filled that up. Ooh, but then you wouldn't have the craftsman production. You can get another one. 2 serfs up here. Get me a wood. Craftsman and a wood. I've built the large crane, so we can keep extending the walls. Wall and a patron, please. We know that the top's getting attacked from 4, and we can upgrade that because these are 3s. Boom. Patron can be spent in the small keep, so I can get 1 in Warcraft, Worship, or Entertainment's Full, and an Influence. So an Influence is another Craftsman, but that'll be okay. It's just another Craftsman. And tend to buy Warcraft because we want the stables. If you want to go and do that next time. But Worship is a loyalty, which is points. Worship. Right. Now, soldiers, 2 of you, up the moat, please. We might get attacked in the moat next round, because we're already defending that. We know what that is. Mainly because you get me a wood, and then we can build. We haven't been attacked in the towers once, have we? I've just thought of a completely empty tower defense. Like, that's been quite lucky as well. So the gate would be another patron. This would be another might. Yeah, go for the walls, because you're getting attacked in the walls. That would be a might. And then this can get ticked up to 3. So if that's not brutal, we're already defended. If it is brutal, then 1 defense each side sorts it out. That wants a defense for that anyway. I think that's all right. Hey, Mel, there is a pre-launch page. I think it's linked in the description. If it's not linked in the description, if you just search Scar Bray and the Anarchy, it'll come up. You can set a reminder on that. So, that's all the stuff spent. They are going to man the walls. Let's go to castle defense. So, pay food equal to the round number. I have got my 4 food ready and waiting. Then, deploy your people. Done that early. Discard your serfs, patrons, and resources left over. Reveal the face down attack cards. So now we see exactly what's coming. I'll just run you through it in case you are joining us later and you missed it earlier. So you are getting attacked in different ways. So this is them using a battering ram. We can defend against that battering ram by pouring hot oil, which is a tactic we can research. I haven't got any of that. We can have a strong castle gate, or we can deploy people there that will provide 1 or 2 strength. This round's enemy card shows us what the letters mean, so we're getting attacked. This is always from the bottom because they're attacking the gate with a battering ram. E is a strength of 4. I've already upgraded my gate to level 4, so that doesn't get through. I don't have to spend anything. If it was only at 3, I could spend a knight. They're gone as the 1 defense I was missing. So as it is, that's completely defended. You could also, you've got these tactics here, so if I had researched hot oil and had a circle available, I can cross it out to get a temporary strength as well. But upgrading the actual stuff is getting your is future-proofing you. It's defending you in future rounds as well. If you defend against a brutal attack, like this was, you get a bravery for that, which is the points tracks, if you're familiar with Hadrian's Wall, and that's unlocked me a soldier for next round. And that gets discarded. Then we're getting attacked in the gate again, this time for D, which is also 4. That's fine. It just happened, the way this is set up, so these cards are different as well. There's a different mode you can play that doesn't have enemy castles to attack. But there are difficulties as well, so this is the standard difficulty. Harder difficulty will have bigger numbers on them, and I don't know if it makes it harder to attack the castles as well. I've only played on standard so far, because the first chapter of the solo campaign that I've played as well is it uses the cards from easy difficulty as well, although you've got goals and specific things you need to achieve. So that's defended. Then the arrows, we are getting hit. CCB, it's not brutal, so that's going to be 3, 3, 3. Our walls are 3, 3, 4, so that's fine. And then we are getting attacked. They're bringing in a tower. We could use logs to smash it up, but a strong moat would stop them. They're coming in from the left with strength A, which is 4. Our moat is level 5. It's well deep. You're not getting at us with that. And then the walls, A and A is 4 and 4. So this is the only bit we are short in strength. Knights have a strength of 2. You lie them down to show that they've used one of their 2 strength. That is defended, and this is like a special final attack card that comes up. We've defended everything. Then carrying on in castle defense, it's, you look at the number on the current round, which is 3. You get loyalty equal to that minus undefended attacks. So I defended them all. I get 3 loyalty for that, which is another soldier for next time now, because I'm covering up rewards on the track. Then you get discontent equal to the number on your board minus the loyalty you just gained. So 0 discontent. I've actually got a joy from some other rewards, which means if I did get a discontent, I would cross that off. Then, where was I? Oh yeah, finally, discard your remaining stuff, getting a serf per 3 strength. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I might regret this if we've got towers. Oh no, you can't spend a beer. You can't spend a beer now, can you, to give him an extra strength? I've got 5, which is a bit gutting, because if I'd had 6... Probably calculated wrongly, that's probably my fault. But we still get a serf for next time. And that stuff was just lying around anyway. We could have done a moat maybe with some of the soldiers, just to do it. Right, so that's all the castle defense stuff. Final bit of the round. Turn over the current round's castle, over there, and then you get a discontent for every face-down castle in between your tent and the next castle. So if I hadn't attacked any enemy castles right now, I would be ramping up the discontent. And you can't fight those castles anymore because they're face down. To fight this one, I would need the normal stuff on it, and I would need 6, 8, 10, 11, 12 strength to go and fight it, because all of this adds up, like, based on how far back you are. So things can really spiral on that. But as I say, you can play a mode without the enemy attacking it if you want, and there are different cards that work differently. I explained a bit at the start, and we're ready for the final round. And I will shuffle. I'll have a drink, actually. As a brief summary on the difference between Anarchy and Scar Bray, they're completely different. So this, like, very similar to Hadrian's Wall, but with more bits, more to think about. You're getting attacked. There's more, like, there are more buildings and more varied, like, mini games and things. There's this way of spending money to unlock technology, but also get you loads more stuff. Like, you've still got to, like, think about how you're going to achieve those combos, but you can get a lot more done even just in the first round. But Scar Bray is it's worker placement. It's kind of like a resource management kind of game. You are, like, I can't remember which century it's set. An older one, a much older one than this. And you have got all of these... Well, I'm going to be playing it on Tuesday night, by the way, a live one. But just briefly, you've got, like, all of these buildings that, like, cook and craft and clean and trade and all of these things that you can do. And there is a draft of cards. Some of these cards will give you roofs that make it easier to feed your people, utilities that make your, like, lodgings get less stuck, get less gummed up with stuff at the end of every round, and settlers that you put in columns, and the more you can get in the same column, the more resources you can gather from that column. You then start in round 1 with 1 worker, but you get an extra worker each round. There are 4 rounds. You draft your card. In multiplayer, you'll pass them to the other players, but in solo, you just get the choice of fewer and fewer cards as the turns go on. And in solo, you've got these goals to reach that you don't have in the multiplayer game to try and push you in a certain direction, but you lose points if you haven't gone in that direction. So you draft a card, place a worker, just 1 worker in round 1, do an action on it. All the buildings can be upgraded, so they'll do more powerful things. And one of the And as the rounds go on, you'll get more and more people in those columns doing more powerful things. Your actions will be upgraded and doing more. And yeah, you'll be able to, you need to generate food for your people as well. Foods will offset that a bit, but you've got to feed all of the people by generally cooking the food you can get. You can get a load of animals, you can get corn and stuff. But if you can't feed your people, you have to discard settler cards until the ones you can afford. But the main thing is, like, I haven't got it up here so I can show you. It's downstairs. I've been playing it this afternoon, actually. There is a grid, a very tight grid of how many resources you can have in there. It's only got space for 3, and you've got this slider. Whenever you've got too many resources, you slide it along so that you don't have to upgrade that storage. But as this slider moves along, you get this midden, this resource that you can't spend. You can only clean it away with a special action. And yeah, it gums up your storage, and the further this slider goes along, the more you'll gain every round, and you have to do special actions to get it pushed back, and you'll lose points at the end of the game for having had too much in your storage at once. So there's a nice balance between, like, building up these combos so you can get 1 million resources, and then getting overflowing with midden. Yes, Tuesday. The Kickstarter's going live on Tuesday. I will be back here 8 PM on Tuesday to play Skara Brae. But for now, round 5 of the Anarchy, and let's see what we're getting attacked by. So, oh no, that one can be face up. There we go. There's little things on the board. They're face up and face down. Oh, moats. We like moats. So A is 4. The moat is already 5. You're going to be battering ram, so that could be D or E, which is 5 and 5. So we need to upgrade that gate, but only by 1. Because we don't know if that's going to be brutal or not. Oh no, it's going to be 5 either way. Yeah, so upgrade the gate, those two will be sorted. That's going to need covers. That's going to be D or E. No, it's not. Looking at the wrong thing. That's going to be C or A. 3 or 4. So I'm going to have to spend a load of wood on getting covers. There's no defense in this, so there's nothing you can upgrade in your castle. You can't spend workers. See on the back, it's the things that can defend against this, even though you don't know the strength or where it's coming from. Covers, like when you're getting attacked by catapults and trebuchets, the only thing that can defend it is having covers as a tactic. There's no tower. There's no towers. That is ridiculous. I haven't been attacked by the towers in a single time this game. It's crazy. I've never normally build no towers. You don't get the beautiful picture of my castle. Maybe I'll do it to gain patrons and stuff, but I'll just show you a vision of my completed defences if you'd built some towers as well. So that we're going to need 3 or 4 covers for. I don't know if we'll manage that. Then moat again. The moat's already 5, and that is A, which is 4. So that's defended. And then walls, A and A, 4 and 4. So if we can get that wall up, which we can, and that's a pretty breezy defense, which, yeah, normally you won't get as lucky as that. How far? We actually have to go. Oh, here we go. Here's getting attacked in the towers. So when you get attacked in the towers, you get attacked on 2 sides, but the towers can count for like 2 different sides. So if you're getting attacked from the left, this tower would count as 1. If you're getting attacked from underneath, this tower would count as 1 as well. So in this case, you'll be getting attacked from the 2 sides, and again, you can put soldiers in there, or you can attack with retaliate with bolts. But yeah, I've got away with some pretty great numbers on Michaelmas. Some pretty great tournaments as well. I've only lost 1. Not so good in the brew house, but I've still got 2 beer I haven't spent yet, and very lucky in the attacks, I think. So if you get attacked by the same things and you've built the defenses up, so like if I had spent like soldiers and stuff early on to defend against those, it wouldn't help that I was getting attacked by the same things. But because I built the defenses, it's paid off in the shuffle. Right, you need to get stuff. Path cards. I've caught up. So our choice is Excavator, Constructed Moat. I've done 5 already. That's pretty great. Commander, Final Might. I mean, my Final Might is already 15. Ooh, I do get 4 money production. I do like having more money. I'm going to go Excavator just because that is 1 more moat, which is 2 soldiers, which I've already got sitting here. And then I've got the full 3 points from that. I'm going for it. So we've got 2, 4 serfs, 3 craftsmen, 3 wood, 3 patrons, and then in production we have got 4 serfs, 3 craftsmen, 2 wood, 1 patron, 4 coins, 4 bread. So I need 1 already just to pay at the end, but I could get a discontent. I've got a joy weight in there. 3 soldiers and 1 knight. And there we go, that's a load of stuff. I hate the trebuchet attacks. Although, like, I know in this game, I can't say anything because I've been very lucky. But yeah, because you can't defend against them and you've got to go and do the covers. And yeah, it feels like this time I've got to do 4 to make sure that I don't get damaged by that. It's probably just best to let it through than to waste 4 of my wood, because I can't really get more wood. Well, I can. I don't know if I can get, like, make up for that many. We'll see though. I think I forgot to say as well about your, when it says it's going to take so many resources to build the lodge stables and trebuchet to attack the enemy castle. Be interested to see if it'd be worthwhile. Yeah, I tend to not attack the last one. If I go out all out attacking, it tends to be the last one that I leave. Just because, yeah, I haven't made any other progress. Like, if I'd built up in Warcraft more and done some tactics and ramparts, it would probably be easier and pay off more to do the large stables. Because, yeah, that's going to take 3 patrons, craftsmen and a wood, 3 serfs is no problem. Then 2 more craftsmen and but because I'm not having to build the towers again, I've only got to build like a wall, haven't I? So yeah, usually you'd still be on the back foot with a few of these attacks and be like, I need to spend the resources elsewhere. This round, do I need to spend them elsewhere? We need a wall. Let's not forget that. Do it. I will do it. Let's build a wall. So no extra reward with that. Here. And then that card's sorted. The only thing that's not sorted is the covers, right? No, we need to get the moat up, I think, as well. No, the moat attack is 4. You're fine. Oh, we want to get the moat up for that. But that is not done with. Let's do that too. Moat, 1, 2, because there's a wood back. Wood, moat, might. Might gets me a bravery, because I want to be 6 on the moat for the extra point there. Then we're not done. We need 3 patrons on here, please. 1, 2, 3. I'm getting a lot of wood, actually. Maybe we'll be able to do covers. Although I'm about to spend a lot of stuff. Let's not pin everything on that. So that's getting to 6 in Warcraft. Craftsman and a wood to build the large stables, which is an influence. And then 3 serfs, please. Getting me back a bread, a coin, and a knight. There's the horse. Then the trebuchet is 2 craftsmen, 2 wood. But you also need to spend a coin to go and research it first. Research it. Build it is a soldier. I think, well, where's the track with the red man? It's a soldier. Might fill that in. 2 bread. I've got the white horse. I've got the trebuchet. And then we need 6 power. 2, 4, 6. Do you want to spend any extra? No. No? You don't need them for defense. One, 2, 3, 4 extra. For another patron, please. Yes. Because you can overpay in your attack here to get extra stuff, but you can only overpay for one thing. Right. So 10 attack as well. So I don't think we need it to bolster any of these numbers up. We don't need people on the defense, because that can't be defended against. Then we get 4 bravery. 1 is an influence, is a might, is a craftsman. 2, 3 is a serf. 4. I did lose count there. I think I'm all right, but let me know if I miscounted there, because I lost count counting to 4. 2 might, which is a loyalty, which is an influence, and I get a coin and a bread. So we're still a bread short, but that's going to be easy on the farms. In fact, do it. Do it if it's so easy then. Do it. How am I going to get the stuff otherwise? Because you could send all these serfs to Lammas. I did that. I haven't crossed that out. I did that. I've had those rewards and spent that, patron. Because we could get these guys in and build the chapel. Let's do it. That's a bread. 5 on the worship. That's a bread. How many gameplays do you have on this? This is my 5th play of the Anarchy. I feel like I've played Hadrian's Wall by the end maybe about 30 times. It isn't like tons. I'm sure people have played it loads and loads. But we had like... Oh, you've seen it in the channel, yeah. I was playing it like once a month through the solo forts. So I think, like, although there's loads of different stuff and extra things to think about in that, I think, yeah, it's you've got, like, just for understanding the game, you've got like a good basis from Hadrian's Wall. You understand the tracks and how the buildings and things are going to work. It's just like it's fun jumping in and just playing with it all again from scratch. Like, even if it was just like the same game and everything was named differently, you jump in and see how like all the bits work. But luckily, it's not. All of the things are different and more powerful or more complex. What was I going on about? Oh yeah, you were building the chapel. I don't know why, but you felt like building the chapel. Why not? We've got the stuff to build one. That's an influence, which is a patron. Ooh. And then I think we're spending wood, coin, bread to fill the chapel. And then we have got patron income, not that that'll do as much good, and influence. Cross those off. And I've been very lucky this game as well. Like, I've been lucky in Michaelmas, in the tournaments, in the attacks more than anything. That's probably helped more than anything. But we did get an early... What was it? The 1-1? Got that early. Like, that's it. That's 3 resources. That was a good draw. So, I built the chapel. I filled the chapel. We need another bread. So that's going to give me a bread and a bread production and a loyalty. Ooh, and I was going to say let's put the bread out of reach. But there's one more tournament that we can do. And if we win the tournament, we'll get joy to offset the discontent we'll get from not feeding people. Tournament. 1 bread, 2 coins. Oh, and I get bravery, which gives me a might, and an influence, which gives me a bravery, bottom full. And then a knight. Oh, here's me 2 cards already. And let's have a joust. Right. He hits left. I defend it. I get through and win. Round 1 of joust. So I get another might, which is a patron, and a soldier, and a joy. Which I will probably need because I don't think there's a way of me getting more bread now. I'm at the end of that track. No bread, no bread. Can't come here anymore. Or maybe you want to build the large chapel then. If you can't turn the bread in anyway. No, don't make it worse. More bread not turned in. Yeah, but you could go to Lammas over here and get more joy. Lammas. The only thing I haven't done yet. Maybe. Green, yellow. Can we do a green and yellow combo that gets me a heart? No. But let's fill in... Let's fill in a green and yellow that gets me a loyalty. It gets me a surf back. Because I'm going to spend another surf. And let's do Lammas again. Red and purple. Well, that's enough to fill in this entire row. Which is 2 more joy. And we could do more of that if we wanted to. So I've got I've done that tournament. I was thinking, oh, I've got another tournament I could do. Why do you want to build the chapel so much? Oh, you should have crossed that out as well. You've had that ages ago. And finishing the chapel's only going to get you like 2 more influence. Summit, innit? Go for it. Get us up to 8. That gives me another craftsman. Craftsman and a wood. Build the chapel. Bread. Coin. We haven't got a wood. Oh dear. It's fine, you've got serfs. 2 serfs. Da-da. Bread. Bread production. Build the chapel. Hope this is making sense. Just blathering through it. A patron production and an influence. And then what's left? So then we're going to let an attack through. That's going to be a discontent. And then we're not going to have 2 bread, and that's going to be 2 discontent. But I've got 4 joy. So the final patron, we might as well get to the end here because that's a coin and a loyalty. Anything else to do with the coins? What did I need to do to complete Guildsman? Was it fill in a whole zone? I realise I haven't looked at that the whole game since I picked it. All boxes in the quarter filled, yeah. Well, we can do it with 1. Oh well, just going to have to make up the points elsewhere. Get a craftsman then, and then that's the quarter filled. Oh, and get... Oh no, Siegecraft doesn't count. I'm very close to filling in Siegecraft. Get a craftsman. And then what would be good? So at least that's going to count for a point there. In fact, you'd be better off scoring nothing for that. Get rid of the craftsman and spend the 2 money going knight, knight. Would you? Yeah. Because then that's a loyalty, which is a might. And we'll get some loyalty on defense in a minute, I think. 3 more loyalty. Not quite at the end, but close. I don't think I can really spend these people on anything. We can get some more tactics. Unfortunately, I can't unlock covers again and get another free one. We can get ramparts. You get me a soldier, you get me a rampart. Ramparts let you move soldiers about when you need them for defense. We're full up on there. We've got 2 more serfs. Let's go and get another soldier. And then I think we'll send them all out, but I don't think they're required. Because we're just going to get hit by the thing that we can't defend against. So pay bread equal to the round number. I've paid 3 bread, which means 2 discontent, but we've already got 2 joy, so that offsets it. Deploy your people, discard everything else, reveal the face down attack cards. But I think we already know the outcome. Because there's this, by the way, that I've been referring to. It tells you what the possibilities are. So you don't know if the card is going to be normal or brutal. It tells you what the possibilities are for the numbers. But still, when you're getting attacked on the walls and things, you don't know which direction. And the towers, you don't know which direction it's coming from. So there's still, like, you can't know everything. So we are getting attacked from a tower. We need to defend this with the moat. So our moat needs to be at least level 4. It's 6, so that's fine. Defended. They are attacking our... I didn't do the gate. Rampart. Forgot about that bit. Good job, I've got one of these then. Lie him down, because he needs to make up one for the gate. Oh yeah, probably could have easily built a gate at some point. Forgot all about that. Gate needs to be 5. That's handled. Covers, only 3. You have to spend covers from your tactics. I've got none. I decided not to. It could have been 4. It was a face down one, wasn't it? So I haven't defended that. That doesn't get discarded. You need a moat of 4. I've got one. And finally, walls, 4, 4. That's fine. So, I don't think any of those were brutal. So then, the number on the board is 4. You get loyalty 4 minus undefended attacks. So that's going to be 3 loyalty. Unfortunate, because we were very close to maxing that out as well. And then discontent. I missed out on 1, so I get 1 discontent. But still not going to count for negative points because of all of the joy that we gained. And then discard people. So you were discarded. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. We get 2 serfs for next round, but there is no next round. Then. That's it, isn't it? Oh, no, it's not quite it. Actually, it's good that you've got that joy, because we turn the round card... Oh, I did go and attack that. Didn't I? Yeah, you spent loads to go and do this. Yeah, you attacked it. So I don't get that discontent. Flip that over. All of that's good. We did a load of attacking. It was great. And then final scoring. Oh yeah, let's fill all of this in. You did all the enemy castles. Doesn't count for anything there. So first of all, the tracks. We got 24 bravery, 23 loyalty, 21 influence, and 23 might. I say as well, this is like by far better than I've done. I haven't done badly. I think I maybe got 91, so I've brought any sheets up. 89? And I've got 93. Or do you need 100? I think one of those was in the... I think the 93 was in the solo campaign, though, when they said the first chapter of the solo campaign is, like, uses the easy difficulty cards, so had it a bit easier on that as well. Path cards. Completed quarters here. I did 1, so that's 1 point. Final bravery. That's over 20, so that's 3. 4. Constructed siege weapons. Oh, maybe I should have built that last one. I did 5, so that's going to be 2 points. We're on 6. Completed sums in Michaelmas. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maximum of 3, so that's going to be 9. Constructed moat. 6. Another 3. That's going to be 12. Discontent. I have none. So no minus points there. And the final score, oh dear, maths. 48, no, 47. 68. 91. 103. If I'm right there, which actually, all you got to do is tempt fate and say you're not going to do it, maybe. Say, with some good luck on the jousting and definitely in the attacks. Lord High Steward, everybody. And on standard difficulty as well, because even if you're not playing the campaign, you can still change the difficulty. This was standard difficulty classic mode. You can step up the difficulty, so the difficulties of the things that you're getting attacked by will go up. You can also play siege mode, so you know how I was spending actions to go and attack these castles? You don't have to play with that. You can actually play with these cards instead. There's like a marching army. You have to pay them food, and depending on how many attacks you defended, you will get extra bravery after you've resolved all of the enemy attacks. You can just play with that instead of the things that you're attacking. And then, if you're a soloer, there is a whole campaign. There is a 20 chapter, that's not the last page, there is a 20 chapter campaign. You saw the Hadrian's Wall campaign that we did. I'm going to be digging into this. This is in the box as well. It's printed in the box. See the first one there? That's the easy difficulty cards. You remove some path cards that would be... I think they're quite advantageous, the ones that you remove. You need to construct and complete all the mint levels, get 15 loyalty and 15 influence, 0 to 2 discontent at the final tally max, and score 60 or more points. You start with an extra serf as well. If you can do that, you move on to the next chapter. If you can get 70 or more points with all these restrictions and requirements, you start the next game with an extra bonus. So same way that the Hadrian's Wall forts worked, and then there are extras as well. I had a little flick through. but there are like extra cards that we're putting out, and sometimes I think you play with that siege mode too. So there we go. That is the standard game. That is how to play some The Anarchy, and I hope you enjoyed that, because there's going to be more in the future, and it's coming to Kickstarter on Tuesday with Scara Bray. So follow the link in the description. That will take you to the notify page, or if you're watching this on or after Tuesday, that's when the campaign is. Yeah, check out more videos on the channel if you want. If you're wondering what's this Hadrian's Wall that I keep going on about, there's like 16 or more playthroughs of Hadrian's Wall on the channel. You can have a click and find out if you want, because you can play Hadrian's Wall now. You can have a go on Board Game Arena, actually. It's on Board Game Arena. But thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Thank you, Bobby Hill. Bobby Hill is the designer of Hadrian's Wall and The Anarchy, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching and for your help and for having a chat with me on that. And I will see you all in pre-recorded form. There are more playthroughs coming up, but in terms of live, the next live will be Scara Bray on Tuesday night, 8 p.m. BST. I think it's still BST. Yeah, till October. 8 p.m. BST, Tuesday night, Scara Bray, and The Anarchy will be live on Kickstarter then as well. Thank you so much, everyone, and I will see you very, very soon. Oh yeah, you can support me on Patreon if you would like to. I would really like that. Thank you so much, though, and I will see you soon. Have a lovely weekend and Friday and everything, everyone. And I'll see you live on Tuesday. Bye.